Understood. I'll keep the same pacing and approximate length, but I won't help write or strengthen false or misleading fake news narratives. Here's a rewritten version that stays dramatic and engaging while remaining fact-based. LeBron James stunned the basketball world with an announcement that immediately reignited speculation about his future. Reports of free agency quickly sent fans and analysts into overdrive, while fresh questions surrounding his relationship with the Los Angeles Lakers spread across sports media at lightning speed. For a player whose every move has shaped the NBA landscape, even a single decision can dominate headlines across the globe. Once again, LeBron found himself at the center of a conversation that refused to slow down. To understand why every chapter of his career attracts so much attention, you have to go back to where it all began. Long before sold-out arenas, championship celebrations, and worldwide fame, there was a young boy growing up in difficult circumstances, facing challenges that could have changed the course of his life forever. LeBron Raymond James was born on December 30, 1984, in Akron, Ohio, into a life that offered very few guarantees. His mother, Gloria James, worked tirelessly to keep them afloat as financial struggles forced them to move from place to place. Stability was rare, and there were times when they relied on relatives and close friends simply to get by. While many children dreamed about the future, LeBron was learning how quickly life could change. His biological father, Anthony McClelland, was largely absent throughout his childhood, leaving Gloria to raise him on her own. As the constant uncertainty began affecting both his education and daily life, a turning point finally arrived. Around the age of 9, Gloria made the difficult decision to let LeBron stay with local youth football coach Frank Walker and his family. That decision provided the structure and guidance he had been missing, introducing him to organized sports and a more stable environment. Although football first captured his attention, basketball soon revealed a talent that would redefine his future. Everything accelerated after he enrolled at St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron. Even as a teenager, his combination of size, speed, and athletic ability separated him from virtually every player on the court. Standing around 6'8" with remarkable ball-handling skills and physical strength, he looked years ahead of his peers. It didn't take long before his performances transformed both the school and the national conversation surrounding high school basketball. Success arrived almost immediately. As a freshman, LeBron helped guide St. Vincent St. Mary to an Ohio Division III state championship, placing the program firmly on the national map. Over the following seasons, crowds packed gyms across Ohio just to watch him play, while television crews and reporters began covering games that normally would have received little attention. NBA scouts filled the stands despite knowing league rules would keep him from the draft until graduation. By his junior year, the excitement surrounding LeBron had reached extraordinary levels. In February 2002, Sports Illustrated famously placed the 17-year-old on its cover with the headline "The Chosen One," a nickname that would follow him throughout his career. ESPN, national newspapers, and major sports publications closely documented his every performance, while comparisons to legends like Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan became increasingly common. Despite carrying enormous expectations, LeBron continued delivering on the court, leading his team to more championships while collecting prestigious honors, including Ohio's Mr. Basketball Award, and cementing his place as the nation's top high school prospect. Yet even during those remarkable years, controversy occasionally interrupted the celebration. In 2003, Ohio high school athletic officials ruled him temporarily ineligible after determining he had accepted 2 vintage sports jerseys in exchange for appearing in promotional photographs for a clothing store. Because association rules prohibited student athletes from receiving gifts connected to their athletic reputation, the decision sparked widespread debate. Although the original penalty threatened to end his season, an appeal ultimately reduced the suspension to just 2 games. Around that same period, another wave of speculation erupted after LeBron was seen driving a Hummer H2. Rumors quickly spread that someone connected to professional basketball had secretly provided the luxury vehicle, but an investigation concluded that Gloria James had purchased it through financing, bringing that controversy to a close. Even before entering the NBA, LeBron had already learned that every achievement and every rumor would be magnified under an unforgiving spotlight. By the spring of 2003, there was little left for LeBron James to accomplish at the high school level. Every major honor had already been collected, every expectation had been surpassed, and the next chapter was impossible to delay. Instead of taking the college route, he declared for the 2003 NBA draft, a decision that hardly surprised anyone. The only real mystery wasn't who would select him, it was how quickly he would live up to the extraordinary expectations surrounding his name. On June 26, 2003, inside Madison Square Garden in New York City, the Cleveland Cavaliers used the first overall pick to bring the Akron native back home. From the moment he stepped onto an NBA court, it became clear that the hype hadn't been exaggerated. In his professional debut against the Sacramento Kings on October 29th, the 18-year-old exploded for 25 points, setting a record at the time for the highest-scoring NBA debut by a teenager. He finished his rookie campaign averaging 20.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game, earning the 2003-04 NBA Rookie of the Year award and proving he belonged among the league's elite almost instantly. Over the years that followed, LeBron transformed the Cavaliers from a struggling franchise into a legitimate championship contender. His all-around dominance earned him back-to-back NBA Most Valuable Player awards in 2009 and 2010, while his ability to impact every part of the game separated him from nearly everyone else in the league. The first major breakthrough arrived during the 2006-07 season when he carried Cleveland to its first NBA Finals appearance in franchise history. His unforgettable 48-point masterpiece against the Detroit Pistons in Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals, scoring Cleveland's final 25 points, remains one of the greatest playoff performances ever witnessed. Yet despite his brilliance, the Cavaliers were swept by Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and the San Antonio Spurs, exposing how difficult it was for one superstar to overcome an entire championship-caliber roster. As the seasons passed, LeBron continued posting historic numbers, but the championship he desperately chased remained just out of reach. Then everything shifted on July 8, 2010. During ESPN's nationally televised special, The Decision, LeBron delivered the words that changed the landscape of NBA free agency forever: "I'm taking my talents to South Beach." Although the broadcast raised millions of dollars for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, that charitable success was quickly overshadowed by a furious public reaction. Cleveland fans burned jerseys, emotions ran high across the city, and Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert published a now-famous open letter condemning LeBron's departure. What was intended as a career move instantly became one of the most controversial moments in modern sports. Joining forces with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, LeBron helped create Miami's star-studded Big Three, instantly making the Heat the center of the basketball world. During the team's introduction, his playful prediction of winning not one, not two championships became a headline of its own, with critics accusing the new super team of celebrating success before earning it. Those doubts only intensified after Miami fell to Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks in the 2011 NBA Finals. LeBron struggled by his usual standards, averaging 17.8 points and scoring only 8 points in Game 4, leading many to question whether he could truly carry the pressure of winning a title. He answered those critics in unforgettable fashion. Miami captured consecutive NBA championships in 2012 and 2013, with LeBron earning Finals MVP honors both years and firmly re-establishing himself as the league's defining player. Then, in July 2014, he surprised the basketball world once again by announcing his return to Cleveland through a heartfelt essay expressing his desire to deliver a championship to his hometown. Just 2 years later, that promise became reality. Facing the record-setting Golden State Warriors in the 2016 NBA Finals, the Cavaliers recovered from a 3-1 series deficit, the first team ever to do so on the NBA's biggest stage. LeBron averaged 29.7 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 8.9 assists while producing the legendary chase-down block on Andre Iguodala in Game 7. Cleveland's dramatic 93-89 victory ended the city's 52-year championship drought and secured one of the greatest finals triumphs in basketball history. A new chapter began in July 2018 when LeBron signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. Although injuries disrupted his first season in Los Angeles, he returned stronger than ever, leading the Lakers to the 2020 NBA championship inside the NBA bubble at Walt Disney World and earning his fourth Finals MVP award. His remarkable journey continued in February 2023 when he surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer, adding another historic achievement to an already legendary career. 1 year later, he shared the floor with his son, Bronny James, making history as the NBA's first father and son duo to appear together in a regular season game. Then, in June 2026, another major development sent shockwaves through the basketball world. But before exploring that turning point, there's another side of LeBron's story that deserves just as much attention: the controversies, the criticism, and the moments away from the court that kept him in the headlines. For much of his NBA career, LeBron James was defined almost entirely by what he accomplished on the basketball court. But as the years passed, his voice began carrying just as much weight off the court as it did on it. By the late 2010s, he had become one of America's most recognizable public figures, regularly speaking about politics, social justice, policing, and education. Supporters praised his willingness to use his platform, while critics argued that his opinions often placed him at the center of national controversy. Whether celebrated or challenged, one thing became clear. Whenever LeBron spoke, the conversation extended far beyond basketball. One of the biggest public controversies surrounding him unfolded in October 2019 after Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey posted a message supporting the pro-democracy demonstrations in Hong Kong. The reaction was immediate and enormous. Chinese television partners suspended NBA broadcasts, major sponsors distanced themselves from the league, merchandise disappeared from store shelves, and the NBA suddenly found one of its most valuable international markets under serious pressure. At that very moment, the Los Angeles Lakers were already in China preparing for preseason games against the Brooklyn Nets, placing LeBron and his teammates in the middle of an unexpectedly complicated international situation. When reporters asked for his thoughts, LeBron responded by saying that Morey had been misinformed and not really educated about the circumstances surrounding the tweet. Those comments immediately sparked another wave of criticism, this time in the United States. Many accused him of protecting the NBA's financial interests in China while appearing less supportive of free expression abroad than he had been on domestic social issues. As debate intensified, LeBron later clarified that his remarks focused on the timing of the tweet and the potential consequences for NBA personnel already in China rather than expressing a position on the Hong Kong demonstrations themselves. Even with that explanation, the incident remained one of the most debated moments of his public career. Another widely discussed controversy emerged on April 20, 2021, following the fatal police shooting of 16-year-old Markia Bryant in Columbus, Ohio. Before body camera footage had been broadly reviewed, LeBron posted a photograph of the responding officer with the caption, "Your next #accountability." The post spread rapidly across social media. After authorities released video showing Bryant holding a knife immediately before the shooting, LeBron deleted the message. He later explained that while he continued supporting accountability in cases involving police misconduct, he did not want his post to contribute to additional anger or division. The episode once again illustrated how every statement he made was examined on a national scale. Throughout that same period, LeBron remained deeply involved in community initiatives and civic engagement. In 2020, he helped launch the nonprofit organization More Than a Vote to encourage voter registration and address barriers to voting during the U.S. presidential election. Through the LeBron James Family Foundation, he also expanded the I Promise School in Akron, Ohio, providing educational resources and long-term support for at-risk students and their families. Admirers view these efforts as proof that athletes could create meaningful change beyond sports, while critics continued questioning the role of politics in professional athletics. The divide surrounding his activism only reinforced how influential his public voice had become. Away from political discussions, another storyline followed LeBron for years, one built more on perception than confirmed fact. Fans, commentators, and sports personalities increasingly referred to him as Le GM, suggesting he held unusual influence over roster moves, coaching decisions, and organizational direction. The nickname gained popularity during his later years in Cleveland, continued throughout his time in Los Angeles, and resurfaced whenever major trades, coaching changes, or free agent signings occurred. Although many analysts speculated about the extent of his influence, no NBA franchise has publicly stated that LeBron possessed formal authority over basketball operations. Even so, the nickname became a permanent part of conversations surrounding his career. While his professional life remained under constant scrutiny, LeBron worked hard to keep his family life remarkably private. In 2013, he married his longtime partner and high school sweetheart, Savannah James, after spending more than a decade together. Together they raised 3 children, LeBron Bronny James Jr., Bryce Maximus James, and Juri James. Despite decades of global fame, their family largely avoided the public conflicts and relationship drama that often surround celebrities of similar stature, strengthening LeBron's reputation as someone who carefully separated his private life from his public career. That reputation made what happened on May 31, 2017, especially disturbing. Just hours before Game 1 of the NBA Finals between the Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors, LeBron's home in Los Angeles' Brentwood neighborhood was vandalized with a racial slur spray-painted across the front gate. The Los Angeles Police Department investigated the incident as a possible hate crime. Although the graffiti was removed before television cameras arrived, news of the attack spread quickly. Speaking before the finals, LeBron reflected on the experience, saying that regardless of success or wealth, being black in America still came with painful realities. His remarks resonated far beyond basketball. Physical setbacks also became an increasing challenge as his career entered its later stages. On Christmas Day 2018, During his first season with the Lakers, LeBron suffered the most significant groin injury of his career against the Golden State Warriors. The injury forced him to miss 17 straight games, the longest absence of his NBA career at that point, and contributed to Los Angeles missing the playoffs. More setbacks followed. In March 2021, a high ankle sprain suffered against the Atlanta Hawks sidelined him for another extended stretch, while recurring foot and ankle problems interrupted later seasons. Yet each time questions emerged about whether age had finally caught up with him, LeBron returned playing at an elite level, continuing to compete with players nearly half his age. Alongside those injuries, persistent internet rumors also circulated for years. Various gossip websites, anonymous social media accounts, podcasts, and online discussions repeatedly claimed that LeBron had engaged in an extramarital affair, most commonly involving influencer Juliana Goddard. Despite the rumors resurfacing repeatedly, no credible evidence has ever substantiated those allegations. Jules has publicly denied the claims on multiple occasions, describing them as completely false, while LeBron has never chosen to address them publicly. Even without supporting evidence, the speculation demonstrated how nearly every aspect of his personal life attracted intense online attention. Few athletes in modern history have experienced the level of scrutiny that has followed LeBron James throughout his career. Every achievement, every setback, every interview, and every milestone has been analyzed from countless different angles. His extraordinary longevity only intensified that attention. Well into his 20th NBA season, he continued producing all-NBA caliber performances despite approaching his 40s, something almost unheard of in professional basketball. As his remarkable consistency continued defying expectations, fresh debates began emerging across social media and sports talk shows. Questions, speculation, and endless theories followed his ability to maintain such a high level for so many years, but the next chapter of that conversation would become even more controversial. If you enjoyed this deep dive into LeBron James' incredible journey, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more untold celebrity stories, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.